Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon. Welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me today is Chris Pitre. Say something loud.
Too sweet.
There you go. What isn't too sweet is the fact that we still have an empty audience on Smackdown and 205 Live. That's what we'll be covering on March 20th, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. First off, we want to mention the fact that on the previous podcast with T-Money, I did say I didn't finish watching NXT. So I got down to watching it, as well as everything else, and I can say that, yes, there was a sit-down with Rhea Ripley. No Charlotte Flair. So it was mostly just talk, sadly to say. Any comments on that? Yeah, go ahead.
And with Sergio and T-Money, they forgot to mention Maru Mendoza had been kidnapped with two luchadors with suits.
Oh yeah, they couldn't cover that. I mean, I covered the fact that it was supposed to be Adam Cole's party.
Yeah,
that was a bust. Ooh, we'll be right back. I gotta answer this call, and we're back. Anyway, so other than that, where did we leave on off?
Maru Mendoza got kidnapped by two luchadors with suits.
Yeah, and Adam Cole's celebration, but nothing happened.
No.
Yeah. So with that said, let's go ahead and kick things off with Gronkowski, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that guy is going to... That's why, man. Courtesy of the fact that what we saw on the WrestleMania poster, Gronk was going to be in the center of the poster over everybody else, including Brock Lesnar. Excuse me. I got allergies. Hey man, you good, Corona. Fun fact, we also got information on a Corona again. One of the symptoms of having Corona and the differences between a common cold. If your nose is running and it's a funny word. It's spelled S-T-U-T-M-U-M. Yeah. I put the spelling wrong. S-T-U-T-U-M. It basically says you're spitting. That's what my mom said. So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing, you know. If it's running, it's a common cold. If it's dry, with a dry throat, and you're sneezing, that could be Corona. So, pay attention to that. So, at least I know I've got the runs. I'm having to blow my nose constantly. So, I know I just got a common cold. Courtesy of hay fever. It's springtime, and the coronavirus had to be coming out with all this. Everybody's jumping like this guy just did. He's just like, Achoo! It's a fake sneeze, bro. Yeah. Taking jokes out of Corona. Go figure. That's what welcome to the 2020. Welcome to 2020. We're making jokes out of Corona virus. Courtesy of the fact, back on track. Gronkowski. I can't pronounce it. Gronk is actually going to be none other than the host of WrestleMania for this year. WrestleMania 36. Got the 20. Why did I say 20? That's why he was on the front cover, and that pisses off Randy Orton. How do you feel about that?
We don't care about Randy Orton.
He doesn't care. Well, Mojo Rawley is definitely hype, and I can't. I'm sorry. I see my buddy Michael Henry. Shout out to you, bro. His birthday passed by along with our boy Pharaoh's. He was smacking his butt. He was like, It's like Mikey. It's like our boy Mikey. He's treating him like that, and then I'm just getting him hyped and embarrassed. And ultimately, while they were getting hyped that Gronk as well as Mojo Rawley were in the ring, Baron Corbin had to come out and spoil the fun.
King Corbin.
Oh, that's pretty. Where the heck is that at?
No idea.
Look at all those buildings. That's Google. Why are the buildings shaped like that? If you know where those buildings are at, holler. Again. I gotta take this call again. Be right back. Ugh. And we're back. Scoot this over here. Wobble, wobble, wobble. So, with King Corbin crashing the party, man, he just wants to go around saying, "You're king." And here comes Elias, spoiling the fun. And right when King Corbin is telling him to shut his mouth, he turns around to Gronk and he gets up all in his face. He doesn't see Mojo Rawley on his hands and knees behind him. He just shoves him. He shoves him. King Corbin is embarrassed. The royal decree is denied. Next, we are introduced, if I'm not mistaken, to a flashback moment, courtesy of the empty crowd. We are introduced to the 6 years ago, to WrestleMania 30, where John Cena goes up against Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family when they were still a group. So, fun fact, at 6 o'clock today on ESPN, that's, if you got Xfinity, that's channel 33. So check it out. You can watch the whole entire WrestleMania 30, including that match with John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, in its entirety, including the moment when the underdog at the time, Daniel Bryan, beat not only Triple H, but later that night would be competing for the world title, beating Randy Orton and Batista. Literally, I cannot emphasize this enough, in history legend, he beat all members of Evolution, excluding Ric Flair, in one night. Yeah. And he won both titles while injured. That's a good WrestleMania. I highly recommend watching it. Go ahead. Anyway, how you feel about that flashback?
It was great.
To see John Cena tested by Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. And we watched and see the match against Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. The streak ends.
Oh, that was at WrestleMania 30?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You get to see that black guy's face going... It's old now, but hey, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Next up, we got a tag team of Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak going up against Shinsuke Nakamura, a.k.a. Nakamura, and Cesaro. That's what he does. The Swiss Superman. The Swiss Cyborg. What do you want to call him? He's got all these nicknames, yet he hasn't got a single titles reign. Let alone the world champion. Let that change. Come on! I know Shinsuke's good. I know Cesaro's good. But right now, the one who's got a title is...
Sami.
Yep, and he's on commentary. I got a hiccup. Yeah. I'm trying to stop it. In which case, in this match, it would be none other than the teamwork of the ground grapplers of Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak that get the win. And Sami Zayn is livid and pissed, saying that they cheated. They cheated. They didn't cheat. Y'all cheat. Yeah. It would then be in the background. In backstage. I said background. Backstage, where it would be issued a challenge to Sami Zayn. Courtesy of the fact that he still thinks that Drew Gulak is a loser, he's willing to put Drew Gulak and himself in the spotlight. Next week, we will have a match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Drew Gulak. If Drew Gulak wins that match, it will be official at WrestleMania. It will be Daniel Bryan going up against the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn for the title on the line. But only if Drew Gulak can pull off a miracle, in the words of Sami Zayn, as he laughs in their faces, saying, "It will never happen." Because they are I thought it was just the artists. It's the Artist Syndicate. How do you think about that name?
Artist Syndicate?
Yep.
They're
trying to get creative, okay?
I would say that would be a worse name.
Nah. I think Swinger Disco is still bad.
Yeah.
Swinger Disco! Balls! This is Swinger Disco Balls! Disco Ball Fertles, what the fuck? It just sounds bad. It sounds like a gay couple swinging with other gay couples. Anyway, we would actually be disappointed thinking that she was going to be there live. Nope, she's going to be live on camera. None other than the former
superstar. Paige?
No, I'm trying to remember because she was the first of something. I think she was the first NXT Women's Champion, Paige.
Yeah.
There you go. And she was literally the quickest freaking NXT Divas Champion in all of history, thanks to AJ Lee. And for the record, that was set up to happen. She said AJ Lee didn't mind. I was like, I'll be damned. They talked about that in WWE Backstage. Which sucks it wasn't even on today. It was on this week. It sucks, damn you, Corona! Oh well. We would get that interview, but then be rudely interrupted by Bayley and Sasha Banks. They would get in there saying that she's old, she's washed up, she's done, and Paige would actually say that she has the honor of issuing her match at WrestleMania. Bayley would quickly say that nah, because of the fact that she feels she's done so much that she's just going to pass right through WrestleMania. She said, nope, you schedule for a match. And it's going to be against Lacey Evans. She cuts her off saying, Lacey, I beat her already. And she's going to face, damn it, what was that trick with the muscles? Trying to remember. Dana Brooke, there you go. And she said, what's like, she puts a foot in her mouth. Why don't we put Tamina in there? Put Tamina. That means the Superfly Snuka's daughter is going to be in that match at WrestleMania. I thought she was because of her multiple injuries. I guess they said, fuck it. She might be the first one to eliminate. And then they also added Naomi. And then she's like, well, what else can you do? What else can you do? And Sasha Banks grabs the mic and tries to tell her off. But then, I'm glad you said that, sweetheart. Because the last participant in this 6-woman gauntlet match, well, not challenge match, is you. The boss is going up against her friend among the other 4 women at WrestleMania for the Smackdown women's title. And it's rightfully so because of the fact that Bayley is having such a good run that she needs a bigger challenge on the grand stage of all. I give it to Bayley. She has been competitive.
And she also trying to update the championship.
Oh. That means a title design change, basically. That's what it means. We also get an interview with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross talking about Asuka and Kairi Sane and their challenge at WrestleMania for the women's tag team titles. How'd you feel about that?
Be awesome.
Yeah. So, in this 6-woman match, who are you voting for to win at WrestleMania for the Smackdown title?
Smackdown title?
Yeah. Let me roll it for you. We got the retaining champion, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, Tamina, Superfly, and Naomi.
I will have Naomi.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that too. Sasha Banks is a multi-time champion already, and Naomi is still single. She hasn't won the Raw or the NXT title, so yeah, that makes sense. I would say Naomi. I have 2 votes for Naomi. 2 votes. 2. Deuces. Next up, we got The Miz and John Morrison going up against the Heavy Machinery. In this match, it was very, very well done until
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. He comes into commentary to give his 2 cents throughout that entire match, and it was more than 2 cents. It sounded like it looked like he put $100 bill on his mouth. On the table. In which case, he did more than just talk. He got involved. He actually, right when we were going to see the caterpillar land, nope. He denies us that and goes and shows photos on his Instagram, showcasing his time with none other than, are you ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Mandy. There's that teeth. There's that. Do it again. 3, 2, 1. Mandy. So yeah, I knew that would give you giggles. There you go. Well, courtesy of that fact, we would see Otis, rightfully so, go in a blunt rage, just attacking Dolph Ziggler, only to be assaulted by Miz and Morrison constantly, and Dolph Ziggler gets away. In a blinding rage, Tucker's trying to stop him from using a chair, and he says, fuck it. Bam! 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 He's just going to town on Miz and Morrison. Damn! Bad day. Thus, the match is Viva disqualification. The win goes to Miz and Morrison. And there goes an opportunity at their titles, courtesy of Dolph Ziggler and the raging Otis Dozovich. And right there, he's holding him. I gotta do this, bro. I gotta do this. He's like, I'm right here, bro. I'm right here, bro. I'm right here. He's like, you crying. Otis is crying. Fun fact, during the fact that, hold up, let me pull it up. Damn it, wrong button. While they were on commentary, or should I say Dolph Ziggler was on commentary, this image once again pulled up. Yeah, there you go. What is this image? What importance does it have with Dolph Ziggler? Because a lot of us was confused as to why it showed up first with Big E and John Morrison during their tag team match several weeks ago. Actually, a month. There you go. And since then, it was always popping up involving Dolph Ziggler and Mandy Rose. But occasionally, including this week and Saudi Arabia, it was involving Dolph Ziggler. So whatever this image implies, it's going after Dolph. So what is this? Who is this? Still wondering as to the mystery of this particular image with an envelope and what looks to be a clock. Some might even say it was MVP, but MVP is on Raw. See, doesn't that look like the clock from his intro film? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I don't know. It might not be MVP. The possibility is... Either of which, I think that was it. Nope. No. Last bit. What's the last bit? Shit, read it.
Goldberg and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Contract signing.
Yep. Michael Cole would be right there introducing these two and ultimately trying to tell them to calm down, gentlemen. Calm down. Because they are just daggers in each other's eyes. Just, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. They say their words, and Roman Reigns says, calls Goldberg sorry ass bitch because of the fact that he didn't earn that title. He just took it. So now we got Goldberg saying that that headbutt, that same headbutt that he hit his door is going to be the same headbutt that gets through him. That sounds like my phone. Give us a sec. Alright, so that's it, folks. Anything else to comment, bro?
205 Live.
Ah, man, we haven't done 205 Live. Okay, hold up. We're gonna have to wait for a second. Gonna let this pause. I'm gonna combine it all later. Be right back. Okay, we're back. I almost forgot because my mom brought food, so we were going to eat, so we're going to take care of this. Done with the 205 Live. Actually, no, I wanted to mention this. With the tweet on Roman Reigns earlier in January, a fan asked, how do you not break your fist when he slams into the stage during his entrance? He says it's padding. He's secure because he wrestles every single week, every single day, pretty much 48 hours time limit. And he goes and says that it's better to do that than actually be so stupid as to ram your head into a metal door before a match. That was a shot at Goldberg at Saudi Arabia when he fought The Undertaker. He said that. That's what we were saying. I was rushing myself when Goldberg had to reply and say that that same headbutt that I did on the door, I did for 30 years. Right? Did he say 30 years?
Yeah, he did say 30 years.
Just asking for your opinion on that. And he said that it went, and not only did it go through doors, it went through opponent after opponent. And WrestleMania is going to go through you just the same. And they signed a contract. And what's funny is at the beginning of the contract, they threw the damn chair. They said, "No sit down." So that would be the end of SmackDown. And I already got the results for 205 Live. So shout out to the remaining brothers of the Heaven Monsters podcast. We have Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube channels will be in the descriptions down below, as always. And a remaining shout out to Renee, Farrell, Andre, T-Money, and of course, Chris Pitre right here. So let's go. 205 Live, there's only 2 matches, courtesy of the fact of the empty audience. We would start the night with Danny Burch and Jacqueline Wild. I'm still got to get used to that name. Because Impact, he was known as DJ Z. That's what he did.
Former exhibition champion.
Making his way into, well, he's been there for a while. Who am I kidding? He's been there for several months. So, during this match between Danny Burch, it was a fight left and right, but then ended tragically for him because he had a move set up and Danny Burch countered it and ended up hitting him with his own finisher and pretty much won the match. Jacqueline Wild is on a losing streak to the previous match he won against, what was his name? The one who got kidnapped?
Yeah. Raul Mendoza.
Yeah. Raul Mendoza got kidnapped in NXT 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Two masked men.
Yeah, we don't know. They took him back to Mexico before the coronavirus happened. It's like, oh, come on. Next, between this was interesting. I showed you this. You didn't even know. I was like, dude, did you see this? So I showed him what they showed on 205 Live, and it was John Cena in the audience last week during the 6-man tag team match. And he was complimenting the fact that he was looking at these guys and their match was spectacular stuff that he was writing down. He was actually taking notes on these 10 cruiserweight superstars. He outclassed in weight because he was a heavyweight or super heavyweight, depending on how much he could lift. And he was taking notes. Because of that, they went onto Twitter and thanking John Cena for giving him such credibility and praise. Next match after that would be the main event between Isaiah Swerve, Scott, and Oney Lorcan. Ultimately ending in Oney Lorcan's loss. I'm about to say win. His buddy won the first match, and he lost the second match. And that would be the end of the night. Like I said, it was just 2 matches. It was empty crowd. What you gonna do? Any 2 cents, my brother, before we end this?
No.
Nah, I read that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, hit that notification bell for the next 7 Monsters podcast. I'm SergDragon. This is Chris Pitre. Hey, what you gonna do? You gonna say it out loud? Too sweet. There you go. There's a lot of fractions that do that. There's a lot of factions.
Yeah. OC and Bullet Club and NWO.
There you go. So with that said, see you in the next video. Peace.
Bye.